Hey everyone, Art Burns here. I hope you're all doing well today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy. And I hope you're staying sane through these really, really difficult times in which we're living. As I've talked about here a couple of times in the last few days, one of the greatest tools that we have to kind of keep ourselves from the fear and the anxiety that's going on and the stress that this fear and anxiety can cause us, one of the greatest tools we have is to practice compassion. As we practice compassion, we connect to others outside of ourselves, and in doing that we don't feel so alone, and in doing that we don't feel so afraid, right? And as we release this fear and again allow our compassion to drive us and to lead our decision making and to lead our emotions, we stay clear of that fear, and in staying clear of that fear we bring the stress levels down, and now more than ever that's really important because as our movements are restricted, as our routines are off kilter, as our all of our decision making is restricted in some way, shape, or form, whether it's because we're stuck at home and we have to deal with things that we never had to deal with, like kids at home all day instead of at school, things of this nature. We are not in our normal way, and so we don't have the same ways of kind of coping with the stress that we might have been able to cope with, and so therefore the stress is going to be compounded, and the more you kind of just sit there in the stress response in your body without being able to like go to the gym or go for a run or go for a bike ride, or even just your normal daily activities that can help to kind of work out some of that cortisol from your body. When it just kind of sits there, it becomes a compounding effect in the sense that it becomes easier and easier and easier to get into that stress response, so you become more sensitive to it. And at this time, that's the last thing we want, because one of the things that's majorly impacted by stress in your body is your immune system, right? And right now we need our immune system to be as strong as it can possibly be, right? And so compassion is a really, really important tool right now, and a really, really helpful way in which you can stay away from this fear and reduce the stress in your body. But here's the thing: any kind of compassion exercise should start with compassion for yourself, right? But yet, most people paradoxically find this to be the hardest compassion to offer, right? It's much easier for us to think of someone else, think of a friend, a loved one, even a stranger, even, a charity kind of case, somebody who we don't even know. We're more likely to feel compassion for people who we don't even know, and offer our sort of compassionate thoughts and our compassionate actions to them, while at the same time feeling very critical and very judgmental of ourselves, and this is particularly true now, right? Where, you might be losing your temper a little bit. You might not be, accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish in your life while you're kind of stuck at home, and you might not, you might feel like you should be cleaning the house, but you just don't want to, and these kind of, feelings will result in, a level of self criticism, self judgment, and even a self loathing. And so, just like when you offer, your hand to someone who is going through a really difficult time, at this time it's really important to offer that hand to yourself, and to kind of nurture yourself, and tell yourself, like, you're not alone in this. Everybody's dealing with this, and also that you're here for yourself. You're here to be tender for yourself and to be caring for yourself, and to really, kind of help yourself through this, rather than, beating yourself up and forcing yourself to do things that your body just doesn't want to do right now. And so today on my podcast, I have a meditation, a guided meditation for self-compassion. Every Wednesday I do a guided meditation on my podcast, and so today I'm devoting it all to self-compassion, and I would really be honored if you check it out and give it a try. You might be surprised how good you feel at the end of doing a self-compassion meditation. And I hope it helps. And if you have any questions about it, or if you want any other kind of informal practices you can do to show yourself some self-compassion, please just drop a comment below, send me a direct message. I'd love to get into a conversation with you, and I'd love to try to help you with this. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening, and really do go easy on yourself, and remember, remind yourself that you're not the only one going through this. In fact, in the entire world, this is the first time in generations that the entire world is all affected by the same thing, and we're all feeling the same feelings of fear and anxiety, depression, all of it. It's all very, very common. And so by allowing yourself to understand that, you can sort of release some of that judgment and some of that criticism, and just give yourself a little, a little leeway, a little softness. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Wish you well. Talk to you soon.